The following is a production of the Neighborhood Sports Network.
This is the NSPN Prep Update, a weekly look at scores, highlights, and stories from across the state. Hello and welcome to the NSPN Prep Update. I'm Ryan Phelps. We're back in the studio this week as we wait for the weather to get better for a full rollout of the spring season. On today's show, we feature a multi-sport athlete from Park High School over in Cottage Grove. We hear plans of expanding the involvement of lacrosse around the state. And we feature one of Minnesota's best in badminton. And we'll shine a spotlight on a school in Arden Hills with our school snapshot. But first, some sounds from the neighborhood.
And we'll talk a little bit later on about some players to watch out for, especially for the Park team. And look out, the middle attack. And that was put away nicely by Owen Griswold.
Like I said, it's not just aces that measure serving ability. But it helps. 3 aces in this rotation for Sincere McConnell. And Cretin-Derham Hall is going to take a timeout.
Here is Weiser. Rocks back and fires. And the first pitch swinging as well. It's deep. Back to the track, to the wall. Souvenir ball. A great swing gives it wings. Alayna Adamez on opening night with a 4-bagger. It's a 2-run shot for Adamez. And the Wolfpack take a 2-0 lead here on NSPN.TV.
We were able to get a few games in this week in our debut of the spring season. Here's a look at some of the best from NSPN. We'll start with boys volleyball, Apple Valley versus Park. First match of the season for both squads, and the Wolfpack showing no rust. Late third set, Emerson Yang going up against a double block, but somehow gets the point. Wolfpack take the third set 25-14 to record a 3-0 sweep for their first win of the season. St. Paul Humboldt versus Cretin-Derham Hall. Another season opener for both schools, and something you don't see every day. Kick save and a beauty. Wait, that's the wrong sport, but the right result for tie A. A captain for Humboldt gets the point as the Hawks get the win, 3-0 over Cretin-Derham Hall. To softball, Moundsview Irondale versus Eastridge. Moundsview Irondale, a new team to the NSPN coverage area, survives a back-and-forth battle. Annalise Foley gets Morgan Merklowitz to fly out to Audrey Pritchard to hang on for the 11-10 win. Eastridge had 2 runners reach third in the final frame, but both were tagged out to end the threat. Stillwater versus Park. The Wolfpack would get all the runs they would need in the second inning. After an Alayna Adamez home run, Addie Korkish gets a crooked number on the board, doubling to left to score Jenna Squillis and Izzy Tennis. Park goes on to win 9-2. There's still plenty more coming up on the NSPN Prep Update. Up next is the story of Alayna Adamez, a senior at Park High School who saw her hard work pay off in a super way. But first, it's trivia time. Minnesota introduced boys volleyball as a sanctioned sport last year. How many states have a sanctioned boys volleyball program? The answer, as well as our school snapshot from the northeast suburbs, when we return.
New journey.
Division 3 straight to Division 1.
New energy. Same standard.
The Tommies have climbed to the peak of the summit.
And your Pioneer Football League champions wear purple and gray.
No limits. Welcome to St. Thomas Athletics.
Built live. Built on passion. Built by the team behind the game.
Out to the corner for 3. The Irish are rolling. They take their first lead of the game.
NSPN, the Neighborhood Sports Network. Be a part of our crew as a broadcaster or camera operator. Email jobs@nspn.tv to inquire about employment opportunities.
Your trivia question was, how many states now have a sanctioned boys volleyball program? According to the American Volleyball Coaches Association, in October of 2025, Oregon started boys volleyball, bringing the total to 26 states that have a sanctioned program. Florida and Virginia are partially sanctioned and may add to that total soon. Flag football was expanded as a girls' sport last year, though not a league-sanctioned high school sport, after the Minnesota Vikings started a 4-team trial league 2 years ago. Park senior Alayna Adamez starred last year and is looking forward to another season, along with all of her other activities. Justin Barrientos has more.
Park-Cottage Grove senior Alayna Adamez already has an impressive resume built up athletically, academically, and in her community. And with D1 college softball on the horizon, she looks to enjoy her last year of softball and flag football for the Wolfpack.
I do softball all year round, so this is my main sport. I'm going to college to play softball. Hockey I was playing since I was really young, so I started off with just those two. It was just hockey and softball. But then I was like, I had some friends from hockey. They're like, oh, come play tennis. And I was like, you know what, sure, why not? And then actually the same group that came and reached me out for tennis, they were like, oh, we're starting a flag football season. That was my junior year, and they're like, okay, we want you to be the quarterback because you're the catcher. So I was like, it makes sense. Too bad, it's kind of hard to say with same season, but we only play on Sundays for flag, so that's the nice part, where it's only Sundays, only one day a week, so it works out really well. Tennis, it was actually really good because it kept me in shape for hockey. Everything kind of just builds up to keep me in shape really throughout the whole season, so it's really nice. I mean, I still like going to work out and do some runs from here and there, but definitely makes everything nice.
As you can hear, Alayna has a lot on her plate, but she gives 100% to each activity she takes on. And for that, she was recognized by the Minnesota Vikings as their NFL Latino Youth Honors Award recipient. That entered her into a larger contest with the whole NFL organization.
She called me back and said she just won the NFC North. She's going to the Super Bowl. And I'm like, what? Like, it was just out of nowhere.
I would have never thought I would have got picked out of those, thousands, maybe hundreds of people. But to honor my story and honor my heritage from my family and everything, and me playing sports throughout my whole life, and even just this one experience with flag football, making me grow as a person, and that opportunity to learn people, network. The females that I met there were amazing.
She sent us pictures from when she was in San Francisco and San Jose, and it was just an amazing experience for her.
Every day was filled with something packed. You were constantly doing meetings, you were meeting new people. My favorite day was a Friday. We had an activities thing in the morning where we went to, those pre-games before the Super Bowl? They have all these games and stuff you can go do. We ran like a 40-yard dash. I got to kick, it was a kicking contest. You can throw, I had the quarterback section, so I was winning that quarterback section. But yeah, it was just had a bunch of these events throughout the day. We had a lot of lunch meetings and stuff, and really learning what our heritage is, and telling our culture is a great story, and teaching everybody what it's about. So I had a great time, and it was really busy though. I think I left our hotel 7 in the morning, probably didn't come back till 10 every night.
A hectic schedule isn't new to Alayna, who juggles softball, hockey, tennis, flag football, volunteering, and maintaining a near-perfect GPA. As we heard, softball is her main sport, one she will continue at Division I Southern Illinois.
She's a threat every time she steps in the box, and with that, she's got a big live arm behind the plate that really slows down the opponent's running game. In college, the catchers don't get to call a lot of the game, so with that, we as high school coaches do a lot of scouting, and we call the game for her, but she has input when she sees that batters are making adjustments, and we talk every inning. It's vital that we do. She's an extended version of us out there. We talk a lot to make sure that we're on the same page.
Softball here, it's really positive. You want to keep very positive, because if everyone's really feeling it, you can really feel them down, and it makes everything harder. And there's a lot of room for failure at this game, so constantly having that positive asset, oh, I will get the next one, I will get the next one, it'll keep everybody in a good mood, and we'll keep going up, and that just makes room for growth, and it'll keep everybody really self-centered. The older girls will all know, hey, I can do this, or the really communicative part, hey, this pitch isn't working for me, let's stay away from that, or hey, I'm really strong with this pitch, let's use it today. Really just trying to have that really good communication between both of us, and having that good relationship between us to really keep each other at ease, and we're friends, and we're there for each other, not just ourselves.
Alayna will also compete in flag football again this year after leading the team to the Final Four of the first real season of the Minnesota Vikings sponsored league. Alayna passed for 1,432 yards and 32 touchdowns in 8 games last year, winning the District 6 Gold Quarterback of the Year.
We had her in mind pretty early on, along with another girl, to be our quarterback. Her arm strength kind of says a lot about why we chose her.
It wasn't even about the yardage. I didn't even know all my stats or anything. Like, I was just out there having fun with my teammates and getting to know everybody. The whole, I didn't know anybody except for the 4 girls that pulled me into it. I got to learn, a bunch of new people, and it was it's a completely different community. And there were some girls there who actually play, they play flag football for clubs. So I was like, oh my gosh, so they know everything, and I know, nothing. So it was really fun. It was honestly just a fun experience overall, and I'm so happy I get to play again this year.
She kind of figured things out kind of quick, and as the season went on, she just got better and better. Learned to take the check down. She's got the big arm, so she likes to throw the deep ball out, and he got her to throw the little crosser every now and then and get some yards, and it just took off from there.
Alayna also makes time for volunteer work with the school, with her church, and as a Miracle League buddy helper for children with disabilities.
I was really designated playing softball, baseball, and it was so fun because I got to meet the kids. Even though they're in a disability, they still have the passion to play, and giving my passion to their passion and then adding it to the game, it was just so amazing. And I want to keep doing that as much as I can. The last couple of years it's been really hard because they haven't had as many kids, but I really want to get that going and continue doing something with that too.
From the Eden Prairie Dome, Justin Barrientos, NSPN.TV.
Lacrosse games are set to begin this week, and as the new season starts, a new initiative is underway to boost involvement in the sport across Minnesota. Andrea Mayu has more.
I tried it and I fell in love.
Mark Halinek is a man on a mission. He wants to grow a game he started playing in college.
I've never stopped playing it, coaching it, and it's been my life's passion ever since.
An East Coast native, Halinek moved to Minnesota in the 90s and began his mission introducing lacrosse to young athletes. He watched it become a high school sanctioned sport and colleges adding club and Division II and III programs.
It is growing. We are one of the better states in terms of talent now. We're not a hotbed, but we have tremendous talent.
But there's work to do. He's helped establish a Minnesota Lacrosse Hall of Fame, which inducted its first cohort this past November. 12 inductees included players, coaches, umpires, and officials. Awards are also given to those who promote the game in the Native community and outstate.
We're a little different. We not only honor people, but we also offer to grow the sport with some grants. Outstate Minnesota is ripe for this, as well as the inner city. So if we can help somebody jumpstart a lacrosse program by giving them $1,000 to pay for some equipment and goals and all that, we're gonna try to do it.
The hall offers scholarships for individual athletes who may want to try lacrosse. And Halinek's other mission, recruiting new umpires and officials.
It's a great way to get out there and exercise. And if you're a player, you already know the rules. And it's a great way to make extra money. I mean, you could work at McDonald's or Culver's, but you're not going to get $40 an hour, and you're not going to make $400 over a weekend doing a tournament like you would with lacrosse. So why not do something you love and get paid for it?
The hall designated April 11th through the 18th as Referee Appreciation and Recruitment Week as a way to say thanks.
We just think the world of them, and we can't play without them.
The list is long of other events the hall has planned to play, grow, and celebrate the people who have shaped Minnesota lacrosse.
We have so many people that are deserving of being recognized for their achievements, and why not?
A mission he invites others to join. You can check out more information at the Minnesota Lacrosse Hall of Fame website. For NSPN TV, I'm Andrea Mayu.
There's still one more segment to go on the Prep Update. When we return, we'll hear from the top-ranked badminton team in the state. And our school snapshot takes us north and between the cities to Arden Hills.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted. With a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our Prep hubs and added more sports, stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strib Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
Welcome back to the NSPN Prep Update, coming to you this week from the NSPN studios. Harding's badminton team holds the #1 ranking in the state, but no matter where their athletes line up, there will always be a space for them. Mike Peden explains.
The 2026 season is a smashing success so far for Harding Badminton.
We're doing really good as a team, and for me individually, I feel very proud of myself.
This year, our team has been really working hard as a whole team. I see a lot of girls putting out their effort.
Work ethic is abundant for a program that annually attracts over 60 players.
A lot of people would think oh, since there's already so many players, they're not going to really care about me if I don't place on JV or varsity, but that's not true. I feel like here we do a very good job helping everybody improve.
For every practice that I come to, and even every single game that I play, I get to try new things. I get to really push myself, no matter the opponent.
Reaching the state semifinals last year, Harding's badminton team has plenty of athletic attributes. If you ask them what their greatest strength is, the players would reference their welcoming attitude.
I always tell people who are going to join that I think badminton is one of the most inviting sports that Harding has.
Athletes who RSVP in the affirmative find ways to connect that go beyond their racket and the birdie.
I'm an introvert, so it's kind of harder for me to go out to people, talk to them, make friends. Being lonely can be kind of sad if you're joining a sport filled with so many people and no one to talk to. So inviting people, being nice to them, and teaching them is a really big thing to me.
Harding even makes a swing through song to symbolize their shared space.
We have this tradition when we come back from away games where we all sing together our school song. It's very sweet. No matter the scores, no matter how the game went, we can still celebrate.
Each captain's emphasis on skills and commemoration embeds a deeper lesson that would relate to most of us.
I wanted to kind of show a role model to other girls to see that, oh, if you work hard and you put all the dedication into it, you will become better no matter what.
In St. Paul, I'm Mike Peden for NSPN.
The spring season can be unpredictable. That goes for the results of the contest as well as the weather. Here are some games we're planning on streaming this week on NSPN, weather permitting, of course. On Monday, 2 giants in small school softball with United South Central and Randolph. Wednesday, it's baseball with Forest Lake and Cretin-Durham Hall, the defending champs. And 3 big ones in a variety of sports on Thursday. We start with softball. Pequot Lakes taking on St. Cloud Cathedral. They're the 2A defending champs. And our first lacrosse game of the season with Rochester Century versus New Prague. And we finish up with more boys volleyball with Hope Community taking on Woodbury. It's time for our school snapshot. That's when we get to know the town, schools, and communities outside the playing field. This week, we feature a school we mentioned in our highlights as new to our coverage. "10 miles north of Minneapolis, in the town of Arden Hills, resides Mounds View High School. It's tucked just southeast of where 35W and 694 intersect, and has been there since its inception in 1955. Serving the communities of North Oaks, Shoreview, New Brighton, and Arden Hills, Mustang pride runs deep, with Principal Rob Reitz saluting his staff for setting the tone.
I don't know that you would find a more dedicated, committed group of people. The teachers that have been at Mounds View High School are in their 20th, 25th, 30th year. We do have some newer, younger teachers, but this is a place where people want to work. They want to stay here. So our retention rate is incredible, and the byproduct of that is very high achievement. So it's easy to move in from highly effective teaching to incredible results, and that's really what Mounds View High School has.
Mounds View also has a very high rate of parent involvement and benefits from a close tie with the community. They offer the standard college in the school courses in addition to participating in a unique program.
You can earn your Associate of Arts degree alongside your high school diploma. So we offer a number of courses on campus through Anoka Ramsey Community College that give kids access to college level rigor well before they graduate. In addition to those Anoka Ramsey Community College courses, we offer 19 advanced placement courses. We are actually geared toward a degree completion, and a number of students pursue that. And in the scope of pursuing that, they're actually growing their ability to do really anything after high school. It's not about the degree so much as about preparing them for whatever is next.
And no matter the pursuit or the path, Reitz sees one common characteristic in all of his Mustangs.
They're very competitive. They want to do well. I think they push each other. I think our teachers push them. And in turn, it just creates this culture where everyone's striving to be their absolute best.
That's it for this episode of the NSPN Prep Update. We'll see you back here next week as the spring sports season kicks into full gear. For Hannah, JB, Jake, Andrea, Mike, and the rest of the NSPN crew, I'm Ryan Phelps saying so long from the Neighborhood Sports Network.